Waiting, waiting, waiting. The high street and the wider economy waiting for the restart. Adam runs a chain of coffee shops in London. Like many small business owners, he's had to adapt selling ground coffee direct. But he too is waiting, thinking about the end of lockdown.
I think it's very obvious that we need to be able to see a reduction in the VAT, as we have done recently for hospitality. That is going to really assist hospitality as it starts to reopen its doors. We also want to be able to see that we've got support for those businesses that are in bricks and mortar, so through business rates.
These are some of the policies the Treasury has been considering ahead of this week's budget. The objective to kickstart the economy so that when the waiting ends, the post-lockdown boom will be strong and sustainable.
I would scrap now the triple lock on pensions because the elderly, I mean, there are some elderly people who've been very badly hit by the crisis, but the better off elderly, the comfortable elderly, have really done rather well. You could explain to people, well, I've got to get some more revenue. Can't just keep printing and borrowing money on this scale. And it will hit us once the crisis is over, unless we begin to tackle it now. I wouldn't put up taxes on business now.
The awkward thing is that raising corporation tax is one thing the government seems quite keen on doing, and actually some business people don't mind.
It's wrong for business to create the impression, because it would be wrong, that business isn't prepared to play its part in the recovery. Pretty much every citizen has been impacted, and business is going to have to pay part of the price too. So I think that balance can be struck.
The Shadow Chancellor is cagey about Labour's position, but she has a message for Rishi Sunak.
What I don't want to see is a Chancellor saying that he's imposing immediate increases in taxation right now and that he's doing that for the sake of the economy, when all the experts are saying that now is the time to focus on building back economic recovery.
How about the argument for balancing the books? Well, it looks strong if you look at government borrowing, which hit the highest level in the past fiscal year, the highest level in peacetime history. Then again, look at the cost of servicing that debt, and thanks to record low interest rates, those debt interest costs are set to drop to the lowest level ever, which might be an argument for borrowing and spending more. The Chancellor, now putting the finishing touches on this, his second budget, will argue those costs could leap higher. Whether he carries on splurging or uses this week to begin balancing the books, there are risks in both directions. Ed Conway, Sky News.